facilitate their healing. It is not up to us as individuals to decide what is or is not for the person's highest good. If we are unable to ask permission from the person in question, we are to use our intuition and tune into their vibration and higher self, and simply ask. When we mentally ask for permission to perform healing, we will receive a distinct impression of the answer, be it yes or no. If we receive an affirmative answer, then we may proceed. If we receive a distinct no or a non-distinct answer, then we are not to send or perform healing. In an emergency situation in which someone is injured, do not hesitate to send or perform healing. If it is appropriate, the healing energies will flow freely. According to the spiritual law of healing, there are a variety of ways for us to facilitate healing, such as spiritual, faith, attitudinal, absent, magnetic, Reiki, natural and angelic, amongst others. Spiritual law of purification. According to the spiritual law of purification, our auras fully surround both our physical and etheric bodies. If our essence is pure, our auras are a huge light surrounding and protecting us. If we have negative and / or unresolved issues, our auras show as shadows with dirty marks. If a person is in shock or is ill, they may have a wispy or non-existent aura. Someone who is very negative is surrounded by a heavy and dark aura. When our auras are totally pure and clear, no harm can befall us, and no negative situation, emotion, such as fear, or other person's negativity can penetrate our aura. According to the spiritual law of purification, purity confers safety. Introduction to Universal Spiritual Laws. All of creation is governed by certain laws. In regards to humans, we incarnate into a physical body in order to experience life and to experience and learn from these laws. The earthly is where humans experience life and learn life lessons. These life lessons come in the form of experiencing situations, life circumstances and events. The way we deal with these situations is how we determine our life lessons and whether we pass these tests or not. The aim of our souls is to gain enlightenment and to ascension. This is the total mastery of each and every life lesson offered to us. This can take many lifetimes to achieve. We often incarnate, or reincarnate, to meet with the same life experiences and people in order to retake a test, relearn a lesson, redo a challenge and / or to finally resolve ongoing issues. The universal spiritual laws are rules, or patterns, that are applied to the entire universe and all that it contains. The universal spiritual laws can be placed into 4 basic categories, and each covers different aspects of life. The first group, called the basic laws of life, consist of the spiritual laws of attraction, including the 11 subsidiary laws: request, resistance, reflection, projection, attachment. The second set of spiritual laws are known as the laws of creation. These laws contain attention, flow, abundance, clarity, intention, prosperity, manifestation, success. The third set of spiritual laws, known as the laws of higher awareness, include balance and polarity, karma, reincarnation, responsibility, discrimination, affirmation, prayer, meditation, challenge. The laws of higher frequency are the fourth set and include the spiritual laws of higher frequency or vibration, miracles, healing, purification, perspective, gratitude, blessings, decree, faith, grace. 1. All of the universal spiritual laws work in conjunction with one another. The basic laws of life. The law of attraction. In order for the law of attraction to truly be activated, we must be aware of the other universal spiritual laws and abide by them, as all the spiritual laws run concurrently. All of us want positive abundance in our lives. Abundance is much more than just money. It is the flow of energy that comes to us from the universal source. This includes both spiritual and material prosperity. Abundance is wisdom and love, talents and skills, virtues and values. It is money and material goods. Abundance is whatever we need in order to fulfill our lives and our life purpose or soul mission. By using the law of attraction, we are able to draw abundance into our lives. The first key is to be grateful. Be grateful for the beauty and joy of creation. Be grateful for who you are and all that you are. Be grateful for everything that happens to you, as everything comes with a lesson to teach. Even when things are not going to plan, be grateful for the opportunity to be shown that adjustments need to be made in order to make things right or better. Be grateful for all who enter your life and see the light in everyone you meet. The law of attraction can be counteracted by the emotions and energy of anxiety and fear. Fear and anxiety are major deterrents to attracting your desires into your life. We are unable to be a clear channel of positive flow if we are anxious and fearful. Faith and trust are antidotes to fear and anxiety. Faith and trust precipitate the vibrations of the law of attraction. Pay attention to your thoughts and beliefs. Attention is the key, for where man's attention goes his energy, and he himself can only follow. Saint Germain, we can activate the law of attraction by visualizing exactly what we want to see happen in our lives. With the help of our inner vision and wisdom, we can maximize the effectiveness of our affirmations, prayers and meditations. Visualize the desired outcome. Imagine and see what you wish to accomplish. Be as specific as possible when you visualize. The more concentrated, centered and creative you are, the better and more powerful the result. Some people diligently practice drawing upon the law of attraction, yet still don't achieve the results they desire. This can be due to a subconscious block or belief pattern. What we send out we receive in kind, so ensure that you believe, both subconsciously and consciously, what you are sending out. If you believe yourself to be a failure, then that is what you will become and / or be. If you believe that you are worthy of positive abundance, that is what you will receive. In order to draw towards you the manifestation of your desires, you must be clear, concise and fully aware of what your desires truly are. Believing and sustaining positive affirmations of our soul's success will achieve positive results when invoking the law of attraction. The law of request is simple and exact. If you want help, you need to ask for it. When you ask, you are ready to receive. The clearer you are about what you want, the easier it is for the universe to answer your call to its fullest extent. The spiritual law of request. The spiritual law of request teaches us that when our souls are ready, we are to ask for what we want and need, with clear intention. As humans, when we are faced with a difficult situation, circumstance or experience, it is our opportunity to learn and overcome it. It teaches us new skills and we learn from it. It is then a life lesson we have passed and achieved. This is our soul's responsibility. Within the spiritual realm, our angels, spirit guides and / or higher beings are unable to interfere with our free will. We are to make our decisions and choices for ourselves, for our own soul's leaning and spiritual growth. It is up to us to learn from our own life experiences, whatever they may be. When walking the spiritual path, one must go within to find answers, for as soon as we are ready to know something, the answer will appear. All we need to do is ask our inner selves, as when we are aligned with the universe, our answers are given. The universe is waiting to help. We need to be clear about what we want to know or be helped with, then all we need to do is ask. The spiritual law of resistance. When we focus on something, we are in effect calling it towards ourselves and into our lives, whether we want them or not. We often invoke the spiritual law of resistance without being consciously aware that we are even doing it. We invite situations, people, experiences and even material things into our lives by way of our thoughts and beliefs. The law of resistance is most often triggered by a victim mentality or consciousness. When someone is thinking I'm so luck or poor me, they are believing themselves to be a victim. This mentality resists generosity and abundance, and they are resisting taking personal responsibility for what they have created for themselves. If we hold a belief or think a certain thought often enough, it becomes embedded into our subconscious minds. For example, if we believe and have the thought pattern of I don't want to be poor, this filters through to our subconscious minds as poor, and in turn this invokes the law of resistance, keeping us poor. If we believe, think and repeat I won't ever find the right partner, this resists the perfect partner from entering our lives. If we think and believe that we are undeserving, then regardless of whatever good comes into our lives, we will reject it as we believe that we do not deserve it. The spiritual law of resistance holds true in all situations. Positive statements, beliefs and thoughts such as I deserve the perfect partner, I am healthy, I am financially secure, etc. brings those energies into our lives. The trick to the spiritual law of resistance is to not resist the negatives, but to embrace the positives. The spiritual law of reflection life mirrors back to us what we put out. Every situation, circumstance, experience and person in our lives is a mirror of an aspect of ourselves. People and circumstances mirror back to us the issues we need to acknowledge, deal with and resolve. We will continue to play out the same scenes and meet up with similar people over and over until we finally acknowledge and learn the lesson. There are no coincidences in the universe and everything happens for a reason. Everything that presents to us comes with a message and a lesson to learn. The universe mirrors and reflects back to us all the good and bad, positive and negatives within ourselves and our lives. The spiritual law of reflection reminds us to look in the mirror, study the reflection and change what we do not like to see or acknowledge within ourselves. Often we keep attracting into our lives the same kinds of people and the same kinds of situations. This can be frustrating when we fail to hear and or understand the message or lesson. Whatever comes into our lives is a prompt from the universe to look into the mirror and acknowledge what it has to teach us. When we work out the patterns and underlying lessons associated, we are able to work towards solving any repeating negativities that recur in our lives. This in turn transmutes negative to positive, and when we live with and send out positive energies, those same energies are mirrored back to us in the form of positive experiences and opportunities, health and happiness, love and light. Once the law of reflection is understood, we are able to expand our spiritual growth by acknowledging what life is trying to tell us, and make changes accordingly. The spiritual law of projection all aspects of ourselves and our personalities, our lives and lifestyle choices are projected outwards, then reflected back to us. All that we perceive on the outside is a reflection of what is within, therefore all that we see on the outside is a projection of ourselves. We project our energy, both positive and negative, onto other people, often denying that what we see is actually within ourselves. Each time you say such things as he is, she is, you are actually projecting an aspect of yourself onto someone else rather than acknowledging that trait within yourself. When we assume that someone else is feeling as we do, it is a projection. Statements such as you must be so happy, or you must be feeling dreadful are projections of your own feelings and emotions. You are, in effect, projecting your